Welcome back to the Real Life of Joe. This is Joe. I do music reviews and talk shit in mics. Now listen, last week was kind of light. It was pretty light, but I've been thinking of ways to switch things up and make the show even better. I'd love to hear from you though. So can you drop a comment and let me know what you want to see next? Can we brainstorm together and make shit happen? No? Yeah, maybe. Whatever. Anyway, so today we got something special lined up. I'm sitting down with a dope filmmaker, Terrance Smalls. His work already speaks for himself, and his newest film, Unruly, is already making waves. We're getting into his journey, the behind the scenes of filmmaking, and what it's really like to bring a vision to life. Oh, and before we dive in, quick plug. I've been working on something on my own, for a couple years now. My book, The Hidden Goddess with a Twisted Mind, is already out. You can go ahead and support your girl by going to thereallifeofjoe.com and buying your copies of Volume 1 and 2. But hey, if you're not ready to deep dive like that, you can tip your toe in and log on to Amazon and get the books online, okay? The Hidden Goddess with a Twisted Mind, available on Amazon and thereallifeofjoe.com. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut up. Let's get into this interview and let's see how this show moving, okay? Let's go. Welcome back to the Real Life of Joe. This is Joe. I do music reviews and talk shit in mics. And welcome back. We got a new season, new vibe, new setup, and a new person next to me. So hello, stranger. Who are you? What you do? Who you do it for? Why you do it? What's going on with you?
Nothing much. My name is Terrance Smalls. I'm a filmmaker from Baltimore, and I like to make films.
All right. Period. How long have you been making films?
A long time. It started out doing music videos, just running and gunning, and then that gradually developed into micro docs, then working on set, and then I made wrote and directed my first project in 2017, Lost Kings, the series.
Lost Kings. So was that the first film that pulled you into the world, or you said music videos? Was it?
Yeah, it was definitely music videos, running around.
Was your own music video? Are you a rapper too?
That's classified, but it started like just doing music videos for my friends, and then eventually we had a few studio spaces throughout Baltimore, and that just attracted a lot of different artists, and we would spend our days and nights just running around Baltimore following people with a camera in sketchy places.
Okay. Oh, dangerous, but fun, exciting,
very fun,
I'm sure.
Very fun, fulfilling for the time and the age.
So during that time, do you remember the moment when you were like, or even, afterwards, I guess, the moment when you were like, yeah, this is for me, I'm meant to do this? Yeah,
like, it was like 3 years in, and I just started looking for more solid work, like, in actual, studio settings. And I went for one interview for a company, and the guy basically told me like, yo, we're looking for somebody that can, direct people, not necessarily just shoot people. And all the things that he was describing, I didn't really consider that's the stuff that I was already doing. And at that moment it clicked, like, yo, you're not like a videographer, you're a director. So.
If you had to put into words, or simplest words, because not everybody, I don't know the vocabulary behind it. So what would be the difference between the two?
I think a director, when I think of a director, you're definitely wearing more hats than a videographer. Your creative choices are, valued because you're helming the project. I think for a videographer, what I tell people a lot is like, if they want me to do a project and they already have their creative vision and they just want somebody to shoot what they want, to me that's more of a videographer, and don't get me wrong, I wear both hats when I need to, but when it comes to like actually creating the things that I like to create, I wear more of a director's hat in those situations. But if somebody has like, a budget and they're like, hey, we don't want you to deviate from this plan and we want this, that, and the third, then, that's my videographer hat. But yeah.
All right, you have a lot of juggling there, I hear. If your life had a theme song right now, what would it be?
Sometimes You Want to Go Where Everybody Knows Your Name. The Cheers theme song.
That's the name of it. You want to sing it for me?
Nah.
All right, I'll Google it. It's
But
fine.
yeah.
Google it.
I mean, like, I don't want to sing it, but if you ever watch the show Cheers, they have like the best theme song. Like ever since a kid, I just love that theme song. I never even watched the show like that, but it's just the theme song.
That's a throwback. I'm gonna try to enter it in the video if both. Maybe we'll see. Copyright issues, all that. We'll see. If you don't know the song, we'll Google it too, because I got to anyway. All right, here's another random question. Now, if you had to direct a film about your own life, what genre would it be, and who's playing you?
It would probably be like a psychological thriller because
Okay. Right? Nobody in your basement, right?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, but I would say psychological thriller just because of the tricks that life plays on your mind.
Ooh, okay.
You know, it's like you can always believe something that's not true. Your imagination goes crazy, you know, and depending on your circumstance, like that determines how you react to it, you know. So definitely psychological thriller. Like, I wish it was a comedy, but
I mean, it would be funny and psychological, right? Have you ever seen The Blackening before? I think that's a good example of like comedy, but still like what's up? Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know a movie offhand that I would compare it to, but yeah, definitely. Like, it's just taxing.
You can get your ticket. I'm joking.
The Shining.
The All right. So before we dig deeper into the film talk, I want to share something personal with you guys. Of course, it's my books, The Hidden Gods with a Twisted Mind, now available on therreallifeofjoe.com and on Amazon. Now, The Hidden Gods with a Twisted Mind is, of course, a book about embracing power within and navigating complexities of life. And if you're into self-discovery, that wasn't me. If you're into self-discovery with a raw and unfiltered edge, then the book is definitely for you. The Hidden Goddess of the Twisted Mind, available on therreallifeofjoe.com. Now, speaking of storytelling, whether it's books or film, do you find yourself more drawn to stories about overcoming challenges, or uncovering secrets, or finding strength in the unexpected?
That's a good question. I like the first one, overcoming challenges, but the type of movies that I like and the type of movies that I like to write and direct, the challenges always don't get overcome, because I feel like that's closer to you know, life. I think it's like always a developing thing, and you know, you might get one win or you might not, you know. I definitely like films about what was the second one that you mentioned?
Uncovering Secrets.
Uncovering Secrets. That's yeah.
I heard about the Candace Owens one right now. Oh my god.
Oh, she got a secret?
Oh my god, not her secret. The one in, can I say it? We'll see it. We'll talk about it. Anyway, we're not in British. But like the president in France or whatever is married to their biological father. But yeah, uncovering secrets. Yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. See, that stuff, I like to watch that stuff.
Oh, the film is kind of dangerous, huh?
Nah, not even. It's just when I watch it, I'm like, that's intense for me. You know, like, you know, finding out, no matter how like petty the secret is, like getting that much closer to the secret is that makes my heart go.
Yeah.
You know? Like yeah, and as opposed to like overcoming challenges, that's like a, you know, victory at the end. But the secrets is like I think some of my favorite movies kind of tie in with like psychological thrillers and secrets, you know. So, and the third one was,
what was the third one? Let me see. I think we went out of order. I guess we already went through overcoming challenges.
Yep.
All right, then it's finding strength in the unexpected.
Finding strength in the unexpected. That's a good feel good movie. Like, I feel like I'm watching. I don't know what that looks like right now. Like, but like Coach Carter or something. Sunset Park.
Ray.
Like Ray.
There we go.
You know, like it's like those movies definitely feel good. I feel like all the way through. Yeah, it's weird, like how I can, or how a person can, like, you know, identify their feelings with you know, a tagline or a log line, you know. But yeah.
Okay, so let's dig a little bit to more of the heart of what you do. So with film production, it's one of those industries that seems glamorous from the outside, but I'm sure there's a lot of work behind it. So like, what's one thing people never realize about like working in film?
I don't think people really realize, like, it's I don't think it's one thing that people really realize, but I think that the experience of like working on set, like actual sets, you know, is something that everybody should get if they want to actually, you know, be considered like in film. It's a big collaboration, but it's also a specialization of labor where everybody should know their part, you know. But, you know, you contributing to a craft is contributing to the bigger picture, you know. And I don't think that people realize like the importance of the specialization of labor. Like if you do lights, you know, not come up with ideas for shots, you know. Like if you do sound, you're doing sound, you know, not
I guess like if you start doing that, you stepping on toes.
Yeah, you step on toes, and that's like never a, you know, copacetic environment for one person to get their vision out, you know. I think set can be a lovely place, you know. I've been on a lot of different sets, you know, and there's always an argument. So it's like, you know, I'm cool with it because, you know, I can bump shoulders and like, you know, scream and then be cool, you know. Right. But I mean, not scream, that's a little bit OD. But yeah, it's a collaboration, but you just need to know your place, you know. And that's with everybody. If I come out the PA, you know, to be a production assistant, that's my job, getting coffee, you know, nothing else, you know. So I think everybody should like care to understand
like
with each role. Yeah, you're a small cog in a big machine, you know. So
do you prefer the creative chaos of being on set, or do you prefer like the post-production editing and going back and like?
I'm not gonna lie, like I love directing, but I like just writing, you know. Sure. That's really like where I feel like I have the most freedom and it's uninhibited. Like my only problem is me, you know. I don't have to deal with like 20 personalities and then, you know, people asking me like 1,000 questions. Not that I mind it, you know. Like I'm just comparing, like, you know. But yeah, sometimes depending on like, you know, what's going on directing, it's like every time I direct something, the day after I need to like be left alone.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy. They have a saying like in the industry where if you're an assistant director or if you work in the DGA as an AD, like a second AD, apparently their life expectancies are to 50.
Jesus, that's
because you go around and you're like making sure everything, like your whole thing is making sure everybody's on time. So you're stressing time.
Oh no, like, time doesn't even exist. That's a whole nother time.
You know, like,
another episode, y'all.
But like you're stressing that so much, and you know that takes a toll on your body. Like, you know, yeah, it's direct. Being on set can be fun. I like being on set more, like when I can't say more, but I feel less stressed on set when I'm working a different position. You know, like I feel or if I'm on a huge set, you know, if I'm on a huge set and I'm doing lighting or rigging or something, I'm in heaven because it's like, it's no way you could track that back to me. You know, like.
So what's the most challenging project that you worked on and what made it so unforgettable?
Creative wise or work wise?
Bar for bar, both.
I think creative wise, the most challenging project that we've had to do was definitely Unruly. Unruly, we kind of pushed ourselves because we just wanted to see what we could do. Well, I know I wanted to see what we could do, you know, like, so it was a very, very, very ambitious shoot, you know, something that if you go to like 9 out of 10 filmmakers in the city, established or not established, and you show them the script of what we're trying to do, they'd probably be like, yo, you're bugging, you know.
So but tell me a little bit more about Unruly. I'm interested.
All right, so Unruly is like, when I write, I come up with names, and sometimes I just sit on names. And I've been sitting on that name for like, not to say that nobody else has come out with, you know, the idea of Unruly, because it's definitely like 3 or 4 films in like pre-production, I think in post-production that with that title. But like years ago, I had the idea for a script, and I told this guy that I had the script, before I had the script, and it was entitled Unruly. And
manifestation, y'all. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he was like, yo, I want to read the script. So I had like 2 days to write a script.
Damn.
So like,
sometimes you need that push.
But I was in Cuba.
Oh God.
Like, and then I wasn't married to that script idea. You know, I still kept the script idea, but I took the title. And the characters and the people that you see in Unruly are kind of like a conglomerate of a world that I created for another character that is just been a character that has probably like 50 different stories in my laptop. You know, I just get bored. I'm like, let's write a whole nother movie about this guy, you know. And Unruly was like the perfect storm of everything. I had worked on a lot of superhero, like I feel like all I work on outside of my creative stuff is superhero movies. So like me and my friends, when we're on set, we're always talking, and I'm like, yo, it would just be awesome to see a grounded superhero movie, you know. And that's what the intent was behind Unruly, you know. It's basically about perspectives and the status quo and societal norms, you know, and how a group can make something okay and something not okay, you know. That was a challenging project, just because of all the moving pieces, fight scenes, fake blood.
Oh, the fight scenes are amazing. I'm sorry, I cheated a little bit, y'all. I did see a few minutes, just a few minutes. I'm sorry. Behind the scenes are special, but them fight scenes was really good. Okay?
Yo,
the whole
shout out
movie.
to the homie Dan and Travis. They'll be credited in the film. But one of my favorite superhero films is Watchmen, and
Really?
yeah, and the show. The show is amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the worst show. I couldn't.
Oh my!
I did not
You know,
like it. Are we talking about the same one? Was Samuel L. Jackson in it?
Nah.
Oh, it was so
you
good.
thinking of something?
All right,
Nah,
lied,
I mean,
sorry.
not to say that Samuel, like Samuel is the man, but no, Watchmen. It was I believe a Frank Miller comic, and then I believe, don't quote me though, or Google it if you quote me. But Zack Snyder directed it, and then Google that too. But it came out like years ago. But I just remember seeing the fight scene and just like loving the fight scene. I love the trouble that Dr. Manhattan has in his mind, you know, just being like beyond every human and just like wanting to go to Mars to just chill and be alone. You know, it's like it was just so many relevant things that I felt like, you know, don't really get addressed in a lot of superhero movies, like the violence that a person that is deemed a hero can display against the general public, you know, like the use of force that they use against people that are the people that they're supposed to protect. You know, it was just a lot of different dynamics that I really appreciated, you know. And the major meat and potatoes of the movie, to me, it didn't really involve, I mean, Dr. Manhattan, outside of Dr. Manhattan, it wasn't really about superpowers, you know. It's about a freak accident that messed this guy up, you know, and all these misfits that are crazy, you know. And so when I wrote Unruly, like, God bless, like, my boy Travis, who's an amazing stunt art director, like, he just does everything. He's one person where I would be like, yo, he does everything. But he introduced us to Dan, and Dan was actually Hooded Justice in The Watchmen, the show. So he did all of our fight choreography.
Wow.
And that was like the fact that he would just come out and do that for us was like mind blowing. The way that they worked, like that was my first time, well, my second time working with stunts, but my first time working with like seeing how a stunt team actually works, you know. I mean, I see stunt teams, but never under my direction, you know. So to see them block out the fight, storyboard it, shoot a previs, and edit it, like that was amazing, you know. Like just coming from a filmmaker myself, it's just like having the respect of respecting what they did in that situation was just crazy.
So much that goes into filming. I did not know all this stuff be going on. I thought it was like, hey, you got a camera,
And this
do something.
I mean, this is a small set. Like this, like when people talk about micro budgets, I'm like, oh, that's a big budget. Like this is like a super, super, like we made this by accident type of budget, but Dan showed love, like he was patient, and he worked with us, and I think we made something special. So
when does it come out?
that's yet to be determined. We're gonna release a trailer in March,
Okay.
and I don't know.
I gotta be patient. It's not my strongest skill, but I'll be patient. So now we keep it real around here, as you know. Period. So let's switch gears a little bit. Creativity can be draining.
Yes.
So how do you reset when you're feeling burnt out?
I'm just still. I just stay still.
Just stay.
Yeah, like I'll just stay in one place and not do much. Like that's literally all I can do sometimes.
Solitude.
Solitude. Like I like after a lot of chaos, I like extreme quiet. Like that Dr. Manhattan scene when he goes to Mars. Like I really wish I could go to Mars, like by myself though. Like
We're not getting into the Mars theory. Another episode, guys. My Mars theory. Just remind me, okay? Anyway, let's keep it moving. Now, if you had an unlimited budget to create your own dream project with no restrictions, what would you make?
I don't know if I want to give this idea away, but I would definitely make an Otis Redding biopic. Like that would be. I feel like that's a project that I'm really drawn to. I think artists during that time, like we kind of see it now. It's like, if you're black, it's only could be a couple black people popping at one time, But the fact that like Otis Redding and Sam Cooke were on the same label, and I found it amazing that like he was able to buy a plane. Any black person buying a plane back then, but then the plane crashed. So I mean, but
history, they did that on purpose.
Yeah, but just like his him, it's just like I feel like that was a life that might have been cut short. And that rock star status back then is like. It's cool to me to see that,
Yeah.
And I love Otis Redding's music, so.
All right, so you got one of your top fives.
He's up there. He's up there. Like he's up there. Like it's hard for me to put like I gotta like put the GOATs up there before I do 5, but I don't know. I don't even know who the GOATs are.
We'll make him 7. So if you had to pick between direct a hit movie, win an Oscar, or have one viral project that the world never forgets, which one are you choosing and why?
Is it Oscar for Best Picture?
I mean, Oscar is an Oscar. Doesn't matter.
I don't want an Oscar. I mean, it's not. No, I'll rephrase that. Like, if it was an Oscar for Best Picture, I feel like it would be an impactful movie, or Best Screenplay, or Best Directing. But I think they're all blessings in their own way. I think I would definitely go with Oscar though, just because I'm not greedy. Like I just need one movie and I'll disappear. So yeah, I don't. I like making films, so I would probably do it without any of those things. But yeah, I can't lie and say that winning an Oscar isn't in the cards, so.
You heard it here first. He's going to win his Oscar for Unruly this year.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Have you ever had a moment where you were like, yeah, I'm never working with this person again? No, you don't have to give any names.
Oh, yeah.
Just a story.
Yeah. Like, I feel like more so on sets that I'm not the director. But one time as a director, as a first time, well, not a first time director, but on my first project, there was an executive's decision made not to welcome someone back. I think that all directors, like especially if you're, an aspiring director, I don't really know the difference between aspiring director and somebody that's directing, but like if you're not getting paid the big bucks, I think the thing that you should be conscious of is the ability for one or more persons to hijack your set. So it's more so like a mentality type of thing. Like morale is very important, and one person can be the cause of a lot of negative morale. And all you need to do is get 3 people saying, yo, why the fuck are we here? You know, and then it's like a problem. So you got to watch that energy. My friend Donovan, he always gives me excellent advice when it comes to forming your crew. You know, luckily I feel like I'm blessed to have a tribe that, you know, I trust and rely on. So it's like that's not the biggest issue for me. But hire your production designers and then your gaffers. And
what is that? It's not language.
Your production designer will be the people that set the scene. You know, they decide like, yo, we want that red chair right there. You know, because they have a lot more resources to show people and take people on a creative journey, whether it's pictures, garments, actual furniture pieces. But they're really important. And as far as like, you know, getting everybody else to understand what you're doing. And like at our level, you know, I'm usually like deep in that process of like, yo, this is what I want the set to look like, these colors, this type of contrast. And I don't mind doing it just because like of the understanding that I have, you know. But if you have the opportunity, hire your set designers and then your gaffer. Sometimes you got to be aware of your gaffer and DP though, because the gaffer and DP, if they're friends, you know, that's a hijacking possibility, you know, like, but
okay, keep the game.
Yeah, you know, so the gaffer would be the person that basically helps with the light and construct the lighting and stuff like that, you know. But yeah. So it was one situation where we had to ask an AD not to return just because, you know, it probably just wasn't the best fit for them.
Yeah, it wasn't aligned.
That's
okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You know.
If someone's watching this and thinking, I want to get into film production, what's one piece of advice that they need to hear?
That's good. I would say get to set. Like, you know, I was blessed in my trajectory because like even on a documentary set, you know, I understood like, all right, that's the director. That's, you know, I understood the lineage and the hierarchy, and it was easy for me to transfer that to like music videos. And then when it came time for me to actually shoot my first film, the producers, they set it up to the point where it felt like a real set, you know, like even though I wasn't prepared for it at the time, you know, I remember walking the set on my first day like, oh this is my thing, you know, like, but ever since then I just took that mode of operation and tried to apply it wherever, you know. And I see that it's a lot of places where there is no mode of operation, you know. It's cool to just be like, yo, let's get together and just shoot some stuff, you know. But, you know, it's even cooler to actually plan it and actually know what you're going to do and to get everything that you want to get, you know. And in order to do that, I feel like, you know, like they've been shooting movies for like 150 years maybe, you know. Don't get me wrong on the math, but like it's not a lot of places you can go in the world where they're like, nah, we don't do a hierarchy. You know, like everybody adopts the Hollywood way or they mold it some sort of way, you know. So it's like understanding that mode of operation and understanding how many people it takes to actually do something is very, very important. And then from there you can dial in and figure out lenses and all that stuff. But like I think Tarantino said it best, as a director your job is really just hiring good people, you know, like just putting a good team together, you know.
So what's your end game? Do you want like build, I don't know, the biggest next production company? Do you want to just travel the world filming, or just want to focus on passion projects?
It's changed so fast in such a short amount of time. Like I used to want to just like make a lot of movies. Then recently I was like, yo, I want to open up a studio lot in Baltimore. And now I'm just like, I just want to make a couple movies and just disappear. Like that's my end goal. Like I would love to be able to write remotely and pitch it and have it get made. You know, it's just the climate of everything is like taxing. You know, and I'm just like over it. So.
I think collectively as a as a country, we all feel that.
Yeah, you know, like it's just like you know, I don't even know if movies are digested the same way like as they were when I was, you know, younger. But I'm not even a big. I probably shouldn't say that, but like I'm not the biggest movie watcher. You know, I'd just rather do it. You know, I have more fun doing it and coming up with my own ideas than always
Create the
consuming.
stuff you want to see. Right?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I have movies that I watch, but I'm always wary because it's just so much content. I don't remember it being like 3 billion movies out before. You know, I feel like it was like 40. You know,
Yeah,
and you had to choose.
and everyone is like the best movie in America. Like, how y'all doing?
And it's like. I don't know how I'm supposed to watch all these movies and then go and write and make a movie at the same time when every movie is supposed to be the greatest movie ever, you know? And it's like, I'm very clear in what I don't like, and I don't have time to, you know, like a lesson that somebody else, like I'm not a film snob, you know? So a lesson that somebody gets in a movie, they can get that lesson, but I can also get that lesson from watching Sopranos, you know? Like, so... I'm not like one of those people that are like, yo, you gotta watch this movie in order to understand story structure, you know? It's like I grew up watching very rudimentary things, and those are the things that kind of form my understanding and what I like, you know? So yeah.
I like that. So how can people connect and support with the work, watch, hire, whatever? How can they find you?
Instagram, like, yeah, Instagram, 89crowns.com. 89crowns, Sir 89crowns is the Instagram, or 89crowns. I fucked that up.
No, it's okay. Say it again.
Yeah. 89crowns on Instagram, or hold on, let me do that again. 89crowns on Instagram, yeah, or I'll just be around.
All right, cool. It's not a problem. Shoot, I messed up my notes. I don't even know where I am in my own notes. Okay. So, y'all, it's been real. We had the awesome Terrance Smalls here. We talked about his movie Unruly. He gave us some gems. He gave us some education and advice. And if you want to get into the film production yourself, you should need to rewind this and listen to what he said. Okay, he has some gems for you. All right. But that's all we got this week. Thank you so much for joining us.
No
this week.
problem.
I appreciate
no
you
problem.
for being here. Thank you, Dos Migos Network. Thank you guys for having me here. Thank you for watching. And y'all, I guess I'll see y'all next week or something. We'll see how I feel. But thank you for watching The Real Life of Joe. This is Joe. I do music reviews and talk shit and mics. And I'll see you next week. Bye. Okay.